All right, Team Travis, members of the 349th, commanders, chiefs, guests, everybody, we welcome you here. This is a new thing. You know, we've done Bold before in the past, and it's been a success. It's always been a great time looking at everybody's faces, engaging with the troops, and getting to see all of your interactions and see how you learn and grow during that. So this is different. So there's going to be some challenges, I'm sure, but we're going to work through it. We're going to get through it together. So have some patience with us. A couple of things real quick. So I'm Senior Master Sergeant Watkins of the 749th AMXS. I'll be your MC today. We got a great team that's done tons of work for this. Senior Master Sergeant Young, Master Sergeant Adams. They're behind the scenes making all this stuff happen as well. So if you're dialing in, make sure that you mute your phone so we don't hear anything going on in the background. If you are online on Zoom, try not to change your profile picture or any different stuff like that. Once we start, we want to minimize all the background stuff going on. If you do need to pause your video, you can do so. There should be a button down at the lower left side where you can pause your video. And there are reaction buttons as well. So if you want to give us a thumbs up on anything, clap. If you need to chat, there's a chat function. If you have questions during some of the Q&A sessions, you can send your questions to the host, who will be Master Sergeant Adams. And that way we can try to filter through and get as many questions answered as we can, given the time that we have. All right, so throughout this program, we're going to have 3 question and answer sessions. 2 of them, everybody's going to be on mute, and the questions will go to the chat function. And then the 3rd one with Chief Villa, we'll go ahead and unmute you and try to let folks engage with her direct and ask some questions. All right. So I believe we have Colonel Metzger. I believe he is online. So without further ado, I would like to welcome your 349th Air Mobility Wing Commander, Colonel Metzger.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for inviting me. Thank you, Senior Master Sergeant Watkins. I just want to take a couple minutes and just say thank you to everyone that's online here. It's pretty amazing. I'm looking at the numbers, and we're up to around 350 people taking advantage of this just amazingly wonderful program that we're running here at the 349th. I think I would like to say, I know that this is a very stressful time for everyone. I know that there's been just a ton of changes within our life, both in our civilian and our reserve capacity. And I know that a lot of those challenges, can seem very daunting. We, as traditional reservists especially, we've gotten used to this normal where at least once a month we make contact with our wingmen. And to not have that contact can be stressful to some people. So we definitely understand that, and we want to provide the tools to everyone, via these new technologies to us, to try to make these communications and try to make these connections that we're used to, that we kind of, most of us, at least I'll speak for myself, that we crave. There's nothing more rewarding in my life than getting to hang out with airmen on UTA weekends. It's just a blessing. And absent that, we kind of feel, some of us feel very adrift. So I think that the subject for this issue of Bold is very relevant, given everything that's going on. We started this this focus, or maybe this deep dive into resiliency last August or so, when we realized that across the Air Force, both Reg AF and the ARC, we had an issue with suicide. And so we did a resiliency stand down. And we've really been focusing on it ever since then, because I think that the old days of just assuming that because there was options and because there was help out there, that people would take advantage of them. And maybe now we're finding out that there's a little more proactivity that we need to take. We try to recommend people to focus on their pillars of, social and family networks and physical fitness and mental and emotional and spiritual well-being. But the reality is, there's a lot of stuff going on in our lives, and a lot of times it's very easy to let those things slide. but oftentimes just a simple conversation with with one of your wingmen, fellow airmen, can be all that you need. And then in other cases, there's much more that you need. So I applaud you all for taking advantage of this and taking part in this, and helping to build these ties that we have with our fellow airmen. And then the last thing I'll say is I would just say, remember that although we have this, this vast amount of resources available, sometimes you are the best resource. And if you're there in person with that person, or they ask you a question, you might be the best resource. So rather than saying, hey, let me put you over to some of these professional resources, you might be it. You might be the link there. So I would challenge everyone that if you see somebody that's in stress, or just is displaying some different characteristics, just talk with them. Just ask them how everything is going, and ask them if they need any help. That's it. I'll get out of the way. I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to do this. And then from the 349th, I'd like to give my special shout outs here to Mr. Campbell, Coach Al, Senior Master Sergeant of Scare, Dr. Springer, Master Sergeant Jakomek, and then of course Command Chief Villa. CV, thank you so much for being here today. Can't say thank you enough for helping our airmen.
My pleasure, sir. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah. All right. Have a good bold.
Well, thank you, Colonel Metzger. We appreciate you signing on and coming out here today with us. Thank you for your welcoming comments. We appreciate you. All right. So for bold, we've never had a comedian before, so there's a first time for everything. So we're very fortunate today. We've got stand-up comedian, entertainer, Walter Campbell. He's here with us. So we're going to go ahead and turn the floor over to him so he can get started.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, thank you. First, thanks, Travis, for having me out. I really, really appreciate it. For those that don't know, I'm actually part of your family. I'm a retired 20-year active duty tech sergeant in the Air Force. I did 20 years and 1 month. So if I have any supply troops out there, soup, you can, say damn right if you like. That's fine. But yeah, I did 20 years. And also, I'm actually born in San Francisco, down the street from you guys, but raised in Sacramento, California. So that's where I lived, and I joined out of Sacramento. So if there's anybody in Sacramento, most of you guys are from the West Coast, throw your dubs up. Appreciate that. Yep. So I feel like I'm home. I feel like I know most of y'all. Trying to look at some of these names. There's a lot of trainees here. Hey, if you're a trainee, give yourself a round of applause. Okay. All right. Shout out to trainee. Is it Sacro with the license plates? Yep, I see you. Yeah, you got a lot of license plates there. That's a felony. Just gonna let you know that now. You might want to take those down if somebody, dimes you out and you be on first 48 for taking care of stealing licenses and stuff like that. Who else is out there? I'm trying to see. You got some. I don't know where Staff Sergeant Aguilera. I see you. Are you in an outhouse? You got woods and incense and all kinds of other stuff. Okay, I see you out there. Appreciate you stopping in. And Airman First Class, is it Ignacio? Did I say that right? Just nod. Okay. Apparently, you done built your own radio show studio. You got cardboard foams and a real professional microphone and everything. Is that your job? Is that what you do? You on the radio? No, okay, all right. Yep, microphone and not talking. I appreciate that. No, but again, glad everybody's here. I'll try and go through and shout out some more folks. Those folks who are vacationing with the fake backgrounds, with the palm trees. If I see that palm tree one more time, I swear, like I've been on Zoom conferences and meetings, and like we need some more. We definitely need some more background stuff. I got an old computer. I have a old MacBook, so apparently I can't do background. So, but it's all right. See, everybody's doing well. So let me just say resiliency. We're supposed to be talking about leadership and resiliency, and the power of humor in that. And so I see a lot of trainees here and a lot of younger airmen. And one thing that definitely stressed that I was able to do in my career is to be able to provide humor in serious situations. So I've been deployed a whole bunch of times. Probably my worst deployment was my first assignment. It was called Cannon Air Force Base in Clovis, New Mexico. Yeah, some of y'all are shaking your heads and smiling and laughing. So let me paint a picture real quick of Cannon Air Force Base. This is a picture of Cannon Air Force Base. All right, y'all just watch my screen and I'm gonna show you Cannon Air Force Base. Ready? Watch this. This is Cannon Air Force Base. You see that? That was Cannon Air Force Base. It's nothing. There's nothing out there. It's absolutely nothing. It's bad. Don't go. Stay a reservist. Stay where you're supposed to be and enjoy that. Don't go to Canton. So that was my first base. The state bird is the fly. So you definitely don't want to go there. My second base, my second assignment was a whole lot better. I was in Seymour Johnson Air Force Base down in Goldsboro, North Carolina. One thing I learned about North Carolina, had never been out of the South. You can get sweet tea just about anywhere in North Carolina. There's sweet tea everywhere. You can go to the gas station, you can get super unleaded, and sweet tea right there at the pump. So yep, love that, Seymour Johnson. From Seymour Johnson, I went to, where'd I go? Spangdahlem Air Base in Germany. All right, some of y'all, if you're fuels or supply folks or you travel a lot with your reserve unit, make sure you guys get overseas and have some fun while you're overseas. But I did that for a while. And then I ended up being a recruiter down in South Jersey, New Jersey. So that's where I ended my career. And as you can see, I had a whole lot of resiliency. I've been to Iraq, Afghanistan, again, but that resiliency, I learned a lot of resiliency at Cannon Air Force Base. A lot. It was my first base, my first experience. So I joined. I don't know why you guys joined. Maybe y'all can drop some in chat comments. But I joined the Air Force for all of the wrong reasons. Okay, so I want to know, just drop a couple of why you guys joined the Air Force. I joined the Air Force for the wrong reasons. I had graduated high school. I went to Elk Grove High School out in Elk Grove, California, home of three-time NBA champion Bill Cartwright, who really is what The Last Dance, if you've been watching ESPN and the Michael Jordan thing, The Last Dance is really not about Michael Jordan. It truly should be focused on the heroic efforts of the center, of the man, the legend, Bill Cartwright. That's really what there's a couple segments in there that you have to really focus and pay attention to. He's what made Michael Jordan, Michael Jordan. I'm just gonna say that and we can move on. But I joined for the wrong reasons. I graduated high school and my mom gave me the GO speech. Maybe you've heard of the GO speech. My mother said you're either gonna go to college, go get a job, or go get out of here. But she gave me the GO speech and that's what it was. And so joined up and joined the Air Force and moved on and first time away from home, and I ended up in New Mexico and I was by myself. And kind of like where we are now. It was COVID before COVID. We actually had to wear face masks because there was cow pastures out there, a lot of them. And so it was really it really stunk. So we had to wear masks. It was a lot like COVID, now that I think about it. It was a lot like this situation here where we didn't want to go outside and we didn't want to talk to people and there was no place to go. Like it only had a Walmart and it had a hall, not a mall. It didn't have a mall. It had a hall. And so this is funny. In Foot Locker, they had 8 shoes on the wall. And out of the 8 shoes, 3 of them were the exact same shoe. But it just made it try to look like they had a wall. And all of the stores in the hall, not the mall, it's not the mall, it was called the hall, had the same color shoe and had the same shoe. And so you had to order by a catalog. Y'all are too young to know what a catalog is. I'm showing my age, but a catalog. And so, yeah, it was a lot like COVID. We couldn't go anywhere and didn't do anything. So I was married and we just had moved and joined the Air Force. And so what we did was we relied a lot on each other. We didn't have this type of technology where we were able to call each other. We had phone minutes. If you remember phone minutes, Go ahead and clap or shake your head or do something. Okay, phone minutes. Yep, that's when you had to have a phone card. And text on Hutchins. You look really mad right now. Smile. There you go. All right. Yeah, brought back bad memories on the phone cards. Okay, I got it. And so the phone card, that's how you kept in contact with people. And you had so many minutes. It wasn't cell phones. And this is 94 era. And so the resiliency was making sure that we kept in contact with people. And that's what we have to do now. You have to keep in contact with those friends and families. And then making sure that we check up on everybody around us. And we go around the room. Oh, somebody's in space. Who's in space? That's a cool background. Chris Perry, you're in space? That's cool. He's on here for credits. He's not even listening right now. He's just on here for credits so he can check it off. He's playing 2K or something like that. Okay. Moses, I see you out in the beautiful beaches and hanging out. All right. Hey, Chris, can you hear me now? Are you? Nope, you're still in space. I understand sound takes a long time to get to space. I get it. See, I'm just going around the room, just making sure people out there listen. Hey, Tech Sergeant, is it Ayana? I'm gonna mess that up. So I'm gonna move on. I like your shirt. That's cool. And who? Mike L. What's going on with your green screen? Like you look like Avatar or something. Like, okay, I see you. Now you're Invisible Man. Like you're playing games. You got an old computer like me. It's all right. It's keep trying. Keep working it out. It may be nope. You're back to a green. There you go. Stop. So you gotta get off that Metro PCS phone, man. That's the problem. And so who's driving? Is that Larry Smith? Larry Smith is driving. And at least you got your seatbelt on. And shirt can't get you for not having your seatbelt on. Really appreciate that. And you drive. Yep. You don't even have no place to go. Like everything is closed. Where are you going? You're gonna pick up something? Okay. All right. That's all right. Just be safe. Just want to make sure that you're safe. Who's Redmond Devontae? You're a rapper. I could tell right now you probably rap because you got a real microphone, like you said bars or something. Yeah, yo, I'm Red Devontae. That's a name right there. Yep, your parents is straight from the 90s. Okay. Straight out the 90s. No problem, man. No problem. Hey, Trainee Randall. Oh, there you go. All right. That was the longest blink. Like she put a picture up like she was really doing something. She was like this. And people don't blink. Who's got Everardo Ramirez with the home, what is that? The Simpsons? I see you, The Simpsons. I love The Simpsons. That's cool. That is cool. Even though like we only see your eyeballs. That's really creepy. It's really creepy. So let me get back. I'm sorry. I just want to say hello to folks. Let me get back. So I did that. And just in like I said, the whole COVID thing, you gotta I found a lot of funny stuff. People are very creative now, and we're having online comedy shows. This is actually my third online comedy show. And it's amazing how we are able to switch and become innovative and creative and find new ways to do things, because who would have thought that we'd have been having meetings and now we can honestly say when we go back to regular life and they say, hey, we're having a meeting, and you say, no, I'm not coming. I'm gonna be in my car going getting stuff. And we can honestly say, yep, we can do that now. And sit in our bed like Senior Airman Rebecca Valentine is in the bed chilling, just like, I see you, what's up? I see just in the bed chilling in the bed playing video games and eating chips. Okay, I'm sorry. What up, Jacob? I see you out there. Jacob is at work. Jacob, what's happening, man? I see you at work. Get that money, baby. Get it. But we have to keep doing. We have to keep moving. And we always are being innovative and creative. I jump around. I have ADD. I'm sorry. So with, but yeah, we just have to. We have to find our peace. We have to find what makes new things and new ways for us to communicate and still hold our peace of mind. And so I'm actually living in Maryland right now, Baltimore, Maryland area. And one thing that I had to find a couple of days ago after being in this environment for almost 3 months is my peace. And I actually love basketball, and I went out and shot basketball for the first time by myself, and it was just very, very peaceful. I didn't count how many I made. That's not the point. Like, you're not supposed to count how many I didn't make many. I really didn't make many, but that's not the point. I shot the ball, and I just hearing that ball and finding that peace and just trying to get out. And in that, we help ourselves. But when you help yourself, you also have to find somebody else to help out. Oh man, that was a hard yarn, Hildebrandt. That was a hard yarn. I got to pick it up. Thumbs up? No, I got to pick it up. Training Hildebrandt. There you go. All right, and we're gonna work on that little thing. That you just woke up. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Appreciate you just for being here. I'm looking down the screen, but that's what we do. That we just really have to find that. And so for me as a comic, it's been difficult. So I've watched just about every comedy show. In the group chat, what are y'all watching? What's going on right now? What's the hot thing to watch right now? Please don't watch John Henry. Don't do it. Just don't do it. But is there anything else that's out there that y'all are watching? Yep, I said that. No, apparently y'all can't type, so because there's nobody responding in group chat. Nobody. Text Sergeant Wixom, no, nothing. You got nothing for me. Okay, that's all right. Arturo, are you in like a basement? Are you in a bunker? Okay, all right, that's works for me. Oh, there. Hey, people typing. There you go. 30 Rock. Okay, 30 Rock. The Good Place on that. Ozark. I love Ozark. Now we can type. Hey, I'm sorry. Okay, so yeah, I watch 30 Rock a lot. The Ozark, Arrested Development, Dead to Me. Oh, y'all on some crazy killer stuff, huh? Like, okay, so I mean, I get it. That's all right. Boardwalk Empire. I'm with it. So what we have to do is we just have to be very creative and find different ways to stay strong. And so you can have a good day and watch 2 or 3 videos, but I get to the point now where I feel like I've watched everything. I've watched every single thing that is on TV, and there's nothing else. And so what I try and do is be creative. I draw now. I haven't actually drew or been creative for a while, but I draw. And so here's another thing. Sports are gone. Is anybody out there NASCAR fans? If you're NASCAR fans, nod your head. Okay, so let me just say this. In 2001, I got the opportunity. I was the first African-American ever to perform on Daytona 500. I was first African-American ever to perform at Daytona 500. I was with a group you may have heard of, you might not, called Tops and Blue, and we used to go around, we used to sing around the world. And so I was performing, and I got to perform at Daytona 500. And it was really cool. First African-American. If you've never been to a NASCAR event, don't go. Don't go. So here's the thing. They say that NASCAR is a sport. I disagree. NASCAR is not a sport. I think NASCAR is a skill. I think it's a skill to drive around in a big old circle going 200 miles an hour, 500 times. That's not a sport. That's a skill. If you want to make it a sport, can we put the bathrooms on the inside of the track? Can we do that? Think about it, because you're sitting in the stands. People sit in the stands for 8 to 12 hours and eat and drink and eat and drink. And at some point in time, they're going to have to go to the bathroom, and they got to do it during the race. They got to cross the track while the race is going on and be like, oh, he didn't make it. I watch that. That's good TV. But sports are on. And I'm like, I don't know if you know now, but if you go on ESPN, cornhole is actually on TV right now. They're actually videoing people playing cornhole tournament right now. Help us. It's just beanbag. Let's just be honest. The beanbag toss from the 6th grade. That's really what cornhole is on field day. And now there's a tournament being shown. on ESPN. So they need resiliency training a lot. But sports will come back. Things will return. And we just have to wait. We have to be patient. And the biggest thing that we want to do is keep in touch with you all. For those that are reservists, thank you. All of you guys are reservists. Thank you for stepping up and saying, hey, once all of the National Guard get hit, then we'll come. No, really, really, truly appreciate everybody's time and effort and their commitment to staying the course and making sure that our country and our cities and our states are safe. And that's what it's all about. So there's a lot of you guys out there who are trainees who really haven't gotten engaged, but this is what it's about. What you see on all of these screens is the Air Force is about family, and that's truly what it is about. So if you have issues, if you have something going on in your life, and it might not be your life, it might be someone else that you know and your family member, you have resources, you have outlets that you can contact your first sergeants, your chiefs, Colonel Metzger, who, by the way, we didn't stand up when he came on. So I don't know how, maybe we need to revisit that. So everybody who didn't stand up when Colonel Metzger was introduced, y'all owe me a 341. Yep. Matter of fact, make it a 682. Y'all know what a 682 is? 682, that's 2 341s. That's what you need to give me the next time you see. You can give it to me virtually. You can email them to me, whatever. But yep, all of y'all for, it was a 341 for excellence or discipline. So that's what y'all all need to give me the next time, because we need to stand up. I don't know if y'all saw me, I stood up. So that's just, I don't know, reservists, y'all different. Y'all like clap or something, that's cool. But no, that's what it is. And so as a comic, I appreciate you. As a comedian, I appreciate you. As an Air Force vet, I truly appreciate each and every one of y'all. And I'm gonna leave it up for questions right now. I think, yep, that's about almost close. So if y'all have any questions for me about how to keep your sanity, how to keep humor, things like that, I'll go ahead and try to. Oh, Narcos, I love Narcos. That's a good one. That's a good one, Mendoza. Appreciate that. Oh, you, Solomon, you working 2 jobs? Okay, you essential. All right. Nope. Please raise the. Oh, it's too many screens for a hand. Okay, I can't see the hand thing. Maybe I wasn't supposed to ask questions. See. Genesis Cole, like, are you deployed? Where are you at? Are you deployed? No, you just made your room into like you playing like Call of Duty for real, like in real life. You got a command center.
So behind, it's a blanket.
Oh, okay.
So behind that is my pantry. So I figure it'd be less distracting with the blanket than to see all my like groceries and stuff.
And you can get snacks too. That's cool. All right. That's just reach behind there and grab a snack. Nothing wrong with that. She just said, I'm gonna put a blanket up. All right. Hey, Sergeant Rafael Perez. I see that's a nice shirt you have in the back. I hope you don't use that when you work out. Like behind you. That's your muscle shirt.
Yeah, that's for my babies.
That you could fit that before COVID. Now all of a sudden you done blew up. Okay, that's that's pretty. All right. Okay, is it, I'm gonna mess your name up. Senior Airman Lu Chang? Sorry. No? Okay, I shouldn't even went there because once I saw the name, that was my fault. Andy Black, how you doing, sir? All right, there you go. All right, I understand it's been a while since we could go get haircuts. I get it. I totally understand. He's a colonel, and I'm retired. So the worst he could do is tell me I can't go to the commissary no more. So Airman Swift, I see you, man. Just say, hey, forget it. Just go ahead and take it all off, man. Just go ahead and take it all the way off. I like your rooms. Some of your rooms are cool. And then some of y'all need to really watch Property Brothers. I'm just saying, some of y'all do need to watch the Property Brothers and paint. Like, is it Randolph? Yeah, get some pictures up or something, man. Like you look like you in the first 48 interrogation room. I'm saying, it's cold in here. I ain't do it, man.
Mr. Campbell, this is Sergeant Adams. I'm the bold host. I have a couple questions from the chat for you. That's not
Okay.
to everyone.
Okay.
So one of our questions is, where do you perform?
Wow. People that pay. Anybody that pays. Anybody. So all across the country. I was actually in Travis about a year ago, maybe less than, with a group called the GIs of Comedy. I'm part of the GIs of Comedy. We actually performed at Travis at the NCO Club. And there are about 11 of us, all different style or all different branches of the military. And we travel across the world performing for troops and things of that nature. And then I also work with Sinbad a lot. He's a mentor. So you'll find me anywhere. A comic called Walt, like a Tribe Called Quest, but different, just a comic called Walt. But you have to say the whole thing. But yeah, I'm all over the place.
Okay, we have another one from Staff Sergeant Pablo Olayo, which says, would you rather have been at Minot Air Force Base?
Ooh, oh goodness. That's tough. That's tough. So Minot or Cannon? That's the. You know what? I'm gonna have to say Minot. I'm gonna have to say Minot. Yeah, easy. They have a town and a city. It's real big and sports programs and things of that nature. Cannon, nothing.
Okay, I have another question from Tech Sergeant Middlestat, who says, how do you deal with limited crowd interaction, perhaps as we are experiencing here on Zoom?
Okay. Good question. Actually, great. So it's difficult as a comic because we feed off of, or we feel the laughs. I know when a joke went well and I know when it doesn't. I know when there's moans, and I can only see maybe 19 of you at a time. And so like there are people that sit there like this, or there are people that are like this, and I can't feel that. So I just have to kind of go with it. And so it is difficult. It's very difficult because you don't have that immediate reaction. And so I was going to do a DJ thing, but yeah, everybody's doing that now. Like I think my grandmother is on Twitch this afternoon at 6 p.m. DJing. So everybody's DJing now. Probably that's where Colonel Metzger is right now. He's probably doing a DJ gig live on IG right now. Everybody's a DJ.
Okay, I have a question from Trainee Heron, who says, sir, Trainee Heron reports as ordered. How was your BMT experience, and what advice can you give to incoming trainees?
Oh, wow. My experience was a long time ago. They didn't have boots, shoes or anything. I heard now it's online. So it's pretty good. You just go online and do a CBT and go through basic training. But no, so for me, I have a comedic mind. So there were a lot of funny stuff that happened. I would say take it all in, understand it. Hopefully for those that have a sports background, think of it as the craziest coach you've ever had, and their job is just to get you to the finish line. So if I'm yelling at one person, I'm truly trying to yell at 30 of you guys. If I'm yelling at you to tie your boots or to march in a straight line, I'm really yelling at you as hard as I am so I can get the other folks to fall in line so I don't have to yell each and every time. So if you go in with that understanding that they're not trying to get you out of there, they're just trying to build you up. And if you look at it from a coaching sports philosophy, that'll be good. But again, by the time you go to basic training, it'll be like this. And you just, I appreciate the report statement though. You got a good recruiter right there. That's awesome. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, we have a question from Airman Basic Brazzoni, who says, who is the most influential comic to you?
Easy, hands down, for myself, Eddie Murphy. So I was a single, only child, and I grew up in that era where the VHS tapes, I don't know if you know what a VHS tape is, but we used to, I lived in the hood, I lived in Oak Park. This is pink, not red. But anyway, so I lived in Oak Park, and before they had Blockbusters and things like that in the hood. We had the hood Blockbuster, which was a couple of people in the neighborhood would videotape different movies and different things, and then you would go to their house and sign a piece of paper and take their tape home. It was like the hood Blockbuster. And so everybody had this tape, Delirious, and I didn't know what it was. And I spent the night over somebody's house and watched it, and I was in love ever since. The fact that his thought process and the things that he thought about made people laugh and regurgitate, and I went and learned it, and hands down, Eddie Murphy. Career-wise, in my career, Sinbad has been influential. I know Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart doesn't know me though. He always calls me the Air Force dude. That's Air Force dude. What's happening, Air Force dude? He doesn't know my name, but I'll take Air Force dude all day long. Hey, Chief, is that a gaming chair you're in? Chief, is that a gaming chair? Uh-huh.
Okay, Senator Watkins, I have unmuted you, so you're up.
All right. Well, I got I don't know if you can see it. We got a 341 for Tech Sergeant Campbell. Great job.
Love it.
Go ahead and redeem that for 10 push-ups.
There you go. 10. I'm retired. I'm gonna give you 10 virtual push-ups. There you go.
We definitely appreciate you coming out. I know it's got to be a challenge doing this when you don't have the folks in front of you, where, like you said, you can't read those faces and gauge the interactions. It is a challenge. But no, we definitely appreciate you coming out, being the first, another first for you. Bold comedian. So add that to the resume there.
So well. Thanks again for having me. I really appreciate you guys. And to everybody out there, I salute you all.
Thanks so much, Walter. It was nice to finally meet you.
Same here. Y'all have a great show. Great rest of the video.
Thank you. All right. So now moving on, like I said, this is a challenge for everybody involved. Like I said, trying to do this, interacting with everybody online. So one of the other things that we're looking at is right now in these times, there's a lot going on. I know Colonel Metzger talked about it, Sergeant Campbell there, our comedian, he talked a little bit about it, but everybody's going through different stuff. So the things that might impact me, other people might be fine with. Everybody internalizes things differently. We've all got our own stressors. Some of us are working, some of us aren't working. Some of us are first responders working in hospitals, or we have family that are doing these things. So there's a lot going on as everybody tries to adjust to the new norm. So we get it, there's a lot going on, and we want to make sure that you reach out if you need it. But what can we do to help ourselves? And I know Senior Master Sergeant Young, she was really looking into, laughter. Is it the best medicine or what? So that's part of why they reached out. They got a comedian. Because we're trying to look at what are things that we can do to help everyone, our wingmen, our airmen in the units and the wing, get through this stuff and adjust. Raise your spirits. Because really, peace, it's not being in the absence of coronavirus, pandemics, war, or network issues on Zoom. It's being in the presence of all those things and still finding a way to be calm in your own heart. So however we can help you do that, we're here for you. But there is a video that talks about just the healing power of laughter and how it impacts your body. So we'll go ahead and transition into that and show that to you as well.
Ten health benefits of laughter. Laughter is the best medicine. We're always being told that, but there's actually more to a good giggle than just raising our spirits for a couple of minutes. In fact, laughter is a big deal and has been shown to have many beneficial effects on the human body in different ways. When you laugh, your brain releases endorphins that create feelings of joy and euphoria. So don't let anybody ever stop you from having a good laugh. They could be harming your health. Reduces stress. Laughing activates your stress response by reducing the levels of stress hormones such as cortisol, leaving you with a good, relaxed feeling. Laughter provides a full-scale workout for your muscles and stimulates blood circulation. This in turn helps reduce some of the physical symptoms of stress. The next time you are stressed, just watch some comedy shows, and soon you will start feeling better. Protects the heart. People who laugh a lot on a regular basis have lower blood pressure than the average person. When people have a good laugh, the blood pressure increases at first, but then it decreases to levels below normal. Laughter has been found to benefit the way blood flows around the body, reducing the likelihood of heart disease. 15 minutes of laughter a day is as important for your heart as 30 minutes of exercise 3 times a week. Boosts the immune system. If you have a weak immune system, you can improve it with a regular dose of laughter. Research has shown that regular laughter actually helps boost the immune system by decreasing stress hormones and increasing anti-infection antibodies, as well as T cells in the blood. This helps ward off infections, fighting diseases like the common cold or even cancer. Relieves pain. Laughter works as a natural painkiller. 15 minutes of laughter can increase pain tolerance by around 10% as a result of endorphins being released in the brain. These endorphins cause something akin to a natural high, leading to pleasant feelings of calm, as well as temporary pain relief. A study published in the Journal of Holistic Nursing reported that patients who were told jokes after surgery and before painful medication was administered perceived less pain when compared to patients who didn't get a dose of humor as part of their therapy. Improves sleep quality and reduces insomnia. Scientific research in the field of sleep and insomnia is confirming that laughter can help improve our sleep patterns by relaxing the mind and body. It's even been shown to improve the effectiveness of insomnia treatments. Improves your social life. If you can make people laugh, then you're likely to have more friends because everyone loves a joker. You're also likely to achieve more at work. If you have a good sense of humor, you'll be more productive, a better communicator, and team player. Helps you lose weight. Burning off calories by laughing might not sound as if it has much use, but a hearty chuckle raises the heart rate and speeds up the metabolism. If you're dieting, think about adding laughter to your exercise regimen. A good sitcom might easily keep you laughing for 20 minutes or more. Keeps you young. A daily dose of laughter can make you look younger. When you smile and laugh, as many as 15 facial muscles work together. This increases the blood flow around the face, making you look younger and healthier. Positively affects the creative process. Laughter has a large number of effects on the chemical processes in the body, and the combination of reduced stress hormones, increased endorphins, and increased oxygenation to the blood and brain caused an increase in creativity in test subjects who laugh often. By improving overall brain health and bolstering its natural support system, both hemispheres can work together more efficiently, so creativity has a place to foster and grow. Improves memory. It is well known that sleep plays an important role in memory and learning. A clear, alert brain allows us to focus, learn, and remember information, and to be creative. On the other hand, when we're sleepy, we make more mistakes and are less productive in school and at work. Healthy sleep puts us in the right state of mind to take in information as we go about the day. Not only that, we need a good night's sleep to process and retain that information over the long term.
Good to me.
All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and do a break until 1300. So once we come back from break, just be in place. And we're going to have Coach Al. He'll be up next. So go ahead, take care of what you need to do, and we will see you back at 1300.